Hi everyone. So as a part of our Python tutorial series, in the last lecture we learned about if-else statement and switch case statement, right? Now in this lecture we will learn about Python indentation. Indentation is very important in Python. Okay, so let's start. So this is my idle shell, right? And I have some pre-written code which is from the last lecture. Okay. So if you see the syntax of Python, right? So this is the definition using def keyword we are creating a function, right? And then we have three parameters and then there is a column, right? So you can see after colon, next line if block starts from here, right? That is one tab after this, right? So if you click tab, right? So you will see that all the all the codes are formatted, right? All the codes are spaced by tabs, right? So in even inside if block, right? So there is it starts the body starts from here, right? So there's a one tab difference between if keyword and the body keyword in the next row, right? So all the if blocks, if clause are in one line, right? In one straight line, right? So in Python, indentation is very important. You have to, keep all your code in a formatted manner, right? So that it compiler understand that from where which clause starts, right? Is it the function body or is it the if else body, right? And where the if else is ending, where the function is ending, right? Because there's no curly braces concept in Python, right? So we are not giving any bracket to start, show the start of the if clause and end of the if clause, right? And using this colon only we understand that the body will going to start in the next line, right? So for function this colon, right, after that the function body starts, right? There's a one tab difference, and from here after if colon, so if body starts, right? Similarly for else if after colon the body starts, right? So this is the this is the basic format, and if you will not keep this indentation proper, it will show give you throw you error. Okay, so let's go in idle shell. Okay, so in idle shell there are two ways, right? Either you can write command here itself, right? So you can write all your code here itself and run, right? And there is one other way that you just create do new file, go in file and do new file, right? And here you can write your code. Okay, so let me write an no sample example. Okay, so suppose I'm defining a simple function def. Okay, my func, right? In bracket, I'm giving two parameter, my ID, my name. Okay, my underscore name, right? These are the two parameter, and then I'm giving colon, right? As soon as I hit enter, see where my cursor will land. See, it is after there is a difference of one tab, right? So I think I should start my body from here, right? So if you see, if I do backspace, right, it will go here, and if I click on tab, see my cursor movement, it's moving one tab, right? For each time I press tab, it is moving one tab, and one tab has how many spaces? One tab generally have four spaces, okay? Four spaces. If you type space, so you have four spaces, then you will reach to one tab, right? So this can be configured, but generally four spaces we keep for one tab, right? And here I can write my if my ID, if my ID greater than 3, right? And then again colon. So from here my if block is start, right? And if I do enter, see where my cursor will land. See, my cursor is landing here, right? That means it wants me to write code from here. So if you use this file editor if you use this editor in your Python coding to write your Python program, so it will automatically helps you using the tab. It will automatically help you to write the code in a formatted manner, right? So after you write your code, you save it and then you can run it, right? So you just do save and then run, right? So let me show you, let me just copy this code and let me show you what is the indentation, how indentation error comes. Okay, so let me just paste it here. Okay, so this is properly indented code, right? Right. So this is a increment sample increment employee salary, right? So having three parameter and then there is a if else block, right? So what you can do there in option in option you can click on show line numbers, the third option, right? It will help you to show the line numbers as well, right? So see line numbers it will show, right? It looks good. And then you can click on run and there is an option called check module. So if there is any compilation error, it will help you to debug that this check module. So once you click check module, it will ask you to save it. So as soon as you click on check module, first it will ask source must be saved. Click OK to save, right? So you should save this. Okay. So let me save this in my Python folder. Okay. And let me give name as myfunk, right? And save as Python files, right? And let me just save it. Save. Okay. So now it is saved, right? So it is in header also it got updated, right? My underscore func dot py, right? And the path where it is saved. So now I can go in run and if you click check module, right? So it will show you if you click on check module, right? So if it comes directly on idle cell, that means there is no error, right? So again, if I go in run and click on check module, so it is bringing me to this shell, so this compiler, idle shell, right? Command line. So that means there is no error. But let me, inject some error. So let me start if block from here, right? And yeah, and then do the check. Okay, so go in run and click on check module. So source must be saved, click OK to save, so just click OK, right? So it is automatically it is this file is already saved, right? Now it is showing me the error. Okay, expected an indented block after function definition on line 1, right? So it is also taking the cursor where the error is, right? So it is giving you that indented block after function definition on line 1 expected, right? So just click on OK, right? So until unless you will fix this issue, it will not run. Okay. So this check module is very important. So you just go ahead here and click tab, right? So that way your if else block is formatted, right? Your function body is formatted, right? So this is the way it throws error and you can check that from here. Run check module, right? So this is the one option. Okay. And there's one more thing, or either what you can do is open. You can also open the existing file if you have already saved any file, right? So you can go in open folder and suppose I'm opening my first python.py, this Python file. Okay, let me open that. Okay, so this is my file, right? And you can see this has error. This is not indented, right? So I'll go in run and I'll click on check module. So it will again give me error. That syntax error, right? That expected an indented block, right? So you have to fix this indentation. Without that, it will not run. So check module help us to find out where the error is in indentation, compilation error, right? And then you can directly click on run module. So if you click on run module, then also you will get the same error, right? So before running, you always check the error, right? You fix your error, right? You keep everything in a tab spaced, right? So you keep everything tab spaced, right? Then only your code will work. So now if I'll go in run and I'll click on run module, right? So it will ask me source must be saved. So I'll just click OK and it will automatically be saved. My file will automatically be saved, right? So again it is giving expected and indented block, right? So there is one more error, right? So we fixed this line 1 error, but there is again error in line 3. Okay. So let me just click on OK, right? And let me show you first the line number, right? And then we have to fix this also, right? So just click on tab. So automatically it comes in one line, right? It comes properly in your if block, right? So all the body, right? So whenever you start any new block, right, so it should be tab spaced, right? Because Python has no syntax for declaring curly bracket, closing body. It understand those syntax from the space only, right? So space, if your space will be proper, it will understand that this is a new block of code, right? So you can just do run now, run module. Okay. See, it has run my file, right, and it has printed this output, right? And this print is not the no output. This print is output to the console, right? So print is always the output to console, right? It is not the returned output. Okay. So print is the output. Okay. So let me show you one more example, right? So if you have like this nested if, right? So your syntax should be right like this, right? Even in Notepad, you can see there is a tab spacing, right? So you can see a light line, right? So it is tab. If you click on tab, right? So it will jump four spaces. See, four spaces, right? So even if you write in Notepad plus plus, your code should be formatted, and you always choose in language, you always choose Python, right? In P, go in P and choose Python, right? So if you choose Python, so Notepad plus plus will understand this is a Python file. So in Python, we comments we give by hash, right? Then if you write hash and write anything, it will understand that this is a comment, right? This is a commented line, right? So if you have to, you have to select the language as Python in Notepad plus plus. Okay, so this is another example, right? So we have multiple if else if block, nested if block, right? So let me just paste it here. Let me just paste it here only. Okay. So you can see our function definition start from here, right? Then after one tab, if block starts, right, and after one tab the body of if block start. Next if block starts from here, and the body of next if block starts from here, right? So this is the way you have to arrange your code. See the arrangement of the code, right? So if you make any mistake, it will give you error. Like let me just take salary here, right, and let me just check run check module. Okay, okay. So see, there is error online too, right? So cursor is also pointing that there is error here, right? So you have to just go and fix this error, right? And then if you'll run, it should run. So run module, okay, right? So it automatically run giving the print output, right? So I hope you guys understood the indentation what is required. So either you write in idle shell or you write in Notepad plus plus, right? So make sure your spacings is tab spaced, right, for Python code, so that it will not give you indentation error. Okay. So I hope you guys like this lecture. If you guys like this lecture, please subscribe my channel. Thank you guys.